Hey everybody, and welcome to a new series that I'm going to be calling the Homebrewery. This is a video series that is about my own custom homebrew content for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I know that this is a deviation from my normal content, but hopefully you guys like this. As far as the Borderlands content goes, I do like it, and I would like to do some more in the future. However, there are such great content creators that have already kind of secured their spot in the Borderlands community, and while I feel like I'm pretty good at the game, I don't feel like I will ever stand amongst those great people. So with that, I am moving my attention over to another field where I have a little bit more expertise, where I feel like I am better at the content knowledge and better at participating in the hobby itself. With that, I am going to be talking about a new subclass for the Ranger that I am calling the Shadow Stalker. The Shadow Stalker is a ranger archetype dedicated to transversal of the dark shadows and kind of a connection to the Shadowfell. They like to sit in the darkness, they're good at hiding in plain sight, they work in silence, and they are that person that's sitting in the corner of the tavern. They're usually a dark hooded figure, but who knows? They could be a gnome from the Feywild if you really wanted. It is Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition after all. So starting at level 3, you're going to get the first class feature, Marked for Death. Marked for Death is going to give you the ability to harness the shadows of the Shadowfell and grant a bonus to each of your weapon attacks. What this is going to do is when you land a weapon attack, you're going to leave a mark of shadows on the targets that you hit. A target may only have one mark on them at a time, and you may not have any more than 3 targets marked simultaneously. These marked creatures leave behind a trail of shadows that only you are able to see, unless someone has the See Invisibility spell active, or that ability innately. Additionally, as a bonus action, you can expend a spell slot of first level or higher to consume all the marks at the same time and deal damage to each target. I have a table that can be seen on the screen, as well as a table that can be seen on the PDF file that I'm going to leave in the description that explains how much damage is dealt based on the spell slot used. The next class feature you're going to get is Gates of Darkness. Starting at 7th level, you're able to create gates that link shadowed areas together. As a bonus action, you can open one of these gates, allowing you to travel from one dim or dark area to another dim or dark area that is within 60 feet. Doing this also requires 10 feet of movement. Now, let's say you have 30 base move speed, because most races do. You can move up to 20 feet and then use your bonus action and that 10 feet of movement to move another 60 feet, as long as you appear in shadows. When you appear in a new dark area, you may make a stealth check, and if you're undetected, your next attack has advantage. The next class feature you're going to get is Armor of Shadows. Now, this is probably my favorite part of the class that I've created, so starting at level 11, your AC is increased by half your proficiency bonus rounded down. In addition to this, when you're hit by a melee attack, you may use your reaction to force the shadows onto your opponent. When the shadows cling to the target must make a charisma saving throw to resist the effect. Upon a failed saving throw, the target is restrained. They can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn. And while the shadows are clinging to a target, you don't have that half your proficiency bonus rounded down bonus to your AC. When the target succeeds on their saving throw, the shadows return to you and cling to your form once more. This effect can be used multiple times. You just can't have more than one target affected at a time. So you can put the shadows on a target until they succeed, and then the shadows return to you, and then starting at that point, you can use your reaction in the future to apply this effect again. And the last subclass feature that you're going to get from this Ranger subclass is at 15th level, you get One with Shadows. So what this is going to do is allow you to take a shadow form as an action. Your body vanishes and leaves in its place a cloud of shadows that holds your form. I like to think that you dip into the Shadowfell and leave this shadow behind. While in this form, you can act normally and gain the following benefits. Your move speed is doubled, you can create Gates of Darkness at will, meaning you don't need to use a bonus action, and you resist non-magical bludgeoning, slashing, piercing damage. I like to think that it's because there's just a shadow there. Weapons that are not magical are just moving right through the form. Now, I haven't totally determined a time limit for this effect to last yet, but I am thinking I would like for it to last 10 minutes. And that might be a little bit long, however. So that's why I'm doing this, is because I want you guys to test it. Check with your DM, see if you can use homebrew content, try it out, and let me know what you think. I do have a player that has gotten to like level 10 or 11 at this point. So I've seen most of the effects in use, and it seems pretty balanced. I haven't heard any complaints yet from other players. So hopefully this is a good way to kind of round out the Ranger class. I know that rules as written, the Ranger is a little underpowered, so hopefully this kind of accommodates for the base classes, I don't want to say disadvantages, but the base classes' shortfalls. And with that, that's pretty much all I have prepared for you guys for this video. I am going to try to make more of these videos. I have a homebrew subclass for almost every class at this point. And with that, I just want to leave you guys with the message that I'm just making this stuff up, and I know you can do it too. So feel free to leave comments below. Subscribe if you're interested in more. If you are here from the beginning with Borderlands content, feel free to leave. I understand. But if you're at all interested in Dungeons & Dragons, I suggest you stick around. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.